My name's Nicola Weston Gokalp and I'm course leader for ESOL at Dundee&Angus College. I work with Bernice Hunter, who's the other course leader, and we work in collaboration.
When did ESOL start in Dundee&Angus College?
I don't know, actually. It's been going on for a long time, and I suspect probably the 80s or 90s, but I don't really know. I've been here for 10 years, and it was certainly very well established when I arrived.
How many people apply yearly?
Well, for full-time ESOL we get hundreds of applications, probably in excess of 400. I know so far this year we've had about 250 just for this campus so far.
What is the process of selection?
Okay, well, everybody is welcome to come and study at ESOL. So in fact, for first-time students, we don't select. We take whoever wants to come on a first-come, first-served basis. So applicants apply. They are invited in for an information and group interview session. In fact, we had one of those today. That's when we give information and we collect information from the applicants who do a little bit of writing, and we find out a little bit about them. We then encourage them to go away and think about whether it's the right course for them. And if it is, they're invited to a testing session, which happens in May or June, and that's when we divide up the students into the appropriate class according to their level. But for students who have already studied ESOL, we do have a selection process. So second year students are selected because there are far more applicants than there are places. So we select them based on their behaviour and their performance in the year that they have already studied. So we look at attendance, we look at progress, we look at results of exams and tests, because we only want to take the good students onto the next year.
How many students are on ESOL course and what nationalities?
Okay, so in full-time ESOL at the moment in this campus at Gardyne, we have about 180 students, and in our Arbroath campus we have about 60 students. The nationalities are very varied. The majority of our students are from Europe, and big groups are Polish students and Bulgarian students, and also a lot of students from Spain come to our courses. But we have other nationalities as well: Lithuanian, Latvian, sometimes French, Italian, Pakistani, and many more.
How many ESOL groups do you have?
Okay, so we have full-time ESOL. We have 9 groups in Gardyne campus, and we have 3 groups in our Arbroath campus. And then we also have part-time classes as well, 6 here and 1 in our Arbroath.
Do you have disabled people in this ESOL course?
Well, we welcome anybody to the course, and if people are disabled in any way, then we give them the support that we can. Of course, a lot of the information is confidential, so I can't really say what those disabilities are.
What are the goals for ESOL?
Yes. Well, I think from the teacher's point of view, we want to help equip our learners with the language and the skills and the knowledge and the confidence that they need to have better lives in this country or back in their own country, so that they can get better jobs, integrate more in society, or be able to go on to further study at the college or university. So we're just giving, not just giving, but helping the learners to get for themselves the language and the skills that they need.
In your opinion, what are the common problems for a student in ESOL?
Okay, I think one of the biggest problems is about confidence, and that affects the students' ability to speak as much as they want to speak. I think sometimes students become worried about saying the wrong thing or not saying something correctly. And so this can sometimes mean that the students don't speak at all because they know that what they're going to say isn't quite right. So it's about confidence and about teaching the students that it doesn't matter if they make mistakes, that the communication is the most important thing. And also learning techniques to try and explain things in a different way if they don't know how to say it. I think another problem that our students here have is understanding the Dundonian accent. A lot of students say that that's quite a challenging thing for them. So I would say confidence and speaking fluently and understanding the accent. And of course some students have problems with this, some students have problems with that, but it varies a lot from person to person.
How does ESOL interact with Scottish culture?
Well, in our course we try to incorporate Scottish culture into the course. Our students go on trips to visit areas of local interest or to meet Scottish people as well. We collaborate with other departments in the college. For example, we've had collaboration with the sports department, the theatre department, the hairdressing department, which gives an opportunity for our ESOL students to get together with Scottish students from different departments and learn about them, learn about Scotland, practice their communication skills and their understanding of the accents, and also gives the Scottish students the opportunity to learn a bit about our ESOL students as well. The projects, I think, really help students learn about Scottish culture and interact with that, with local people. So the project you're doing now, you're getting out there, you're interacting with people who are outside the ESOL course, learning new things about the country and about the people. And all of our students do projects at some time during their stay in the department. We also encourage volunteering. We have quite a lot of students across both the campuses who do voluntary work, and it's a really, really good way to help them with their language, but also integration and learning about Scotland.
What happens to a student after the ESOL course?
Well, lots of different things. I think a bigger and bigger number of our students from ESOL are going on to different courses in the college. All sorts of different courses. Some of them go on to university. Some ESOL students decide to apply for another year of ESOL because they feel that that would benefit their language development even further. And a lot of our students go on to find full-time employment or find a better job. And of course some of our students go back to their own country and then can use the English that they've learnt here to help them get a better job back home.
Would you like to add something more?
I think the only thing that I'd like to add here is that I love my job, and I think that all the teachers in ESOL would say the same thing. It's an absolute pleasure working with our ESOL students. We're teaching them English, but we learn such a lot from them about their different cultures and learn about the skills and the knowledge that they bring with them to the course, that it's one of the best jobs in the world, I think, to be an ESOL teacher.